I'm just turning into at this point, my voice is my mom's voice. It's a little bit higher, but it's just, God damn it, Nick.
Yes.
Nick, you know what, Nick? Well, you bitches don't even know about this cauliflower pizza crust. I don't know why I always make her eating cauliflower pizza crust. Nick, I got a new diet. I'm loving it. It's going to be the rest of my life. I walk 17 miles a day, and then I go get a spray tan, and then I go home, and I'm making the cauliflower. I'm going to make it, and your dad's loving it, and this is just the life, Nick. This is just the life. Well, you know what, Nick? Fuck you. I mean, it takes a turn. It takes a turn.
That's almost like a Will Ferrell character where it takes a hard turn from like all this joyful stuff and then, kids, get off the shed.
I mean, we fast forward a couple hours and a couple drinks in there. A couple cocktails. No, actually, my mom, when she has a couple cocktails, that's more of her being like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm loving it. And you're great. And you're great. Get out of here. You know what? I love you. That's my mom with a couple cocktails, and she's great. In studio today, Pete Lee. How's it going, Pete Lee?
I'm doing good. You told me yesterday when we were running on a treadmill to be camera ready, and this is what that looks like.
I know. I was thinking about you when I got ready today because I had to wake up super early so I could do my hair and makeup, which, by the way, like, my hair is disgusting. My makeup is like, I had to redo it 1,000 times because I kept blinking and getting mascara underneath, all like above, because my lashes are so long right now because I'm using serum that like makes you go blind. As you go blind, your lashes, it's almost, ironically tragic because you can't even take in how beautiful your long lashes are because you have floaters.
You're literally trying to get blind like the lady that beat you.
What do you mean?
on Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars. Just a little bit.
You just want the edge up.
God, I really want that. I want that edge. As I've said on Dancing with the Stars, that blind woman, Danielle Umstead, you know who you are. Blind Paralympic skier Danielle Umstead. She had an advantage because she wasn't, and obviously I'm saying that for humor, as Jimmy Pardo says, because she didn't have an advantage, but I always say she did because she wasn't distracted by her hot-ass partner, Val.
And her likability, the way that they do those background stories on people.
Oh, well, now you're actually saying it was her disability made her more likable?
No, I think that they play up those angles and stuff like that.
I mean,
we've done reality shows where they're like, do you have anything wrong with you? Do you have a sick cousin that's in a hospital bed that can make you go further? But she was blind,
Pete. I mean, this wasn't a sick cousin situation. This was a woman who's blind who was dancing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty insane.
You ever get sad?
Oh, yeah. Let's move on. Okay. That's what do you mean?
No, like that's equal to being blind.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I get sad too.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about That's My Struggle that I brought to the show?
No.
Or are you making fun of my struggle? Jackpot.
Jackpot.
No. Well, the thing is, you do get a week on the show where you get... Oh, Andrew Collin is here, everyone, by the way. Puddle Boy Andrew Collin.
Oh, they know out there by the voice.
Oh, yeah, they do know.
Wait,
You're
from the Puddles podcast?
Yeah, the one that hasn't even started yet, but the anticipation is palpable in the room here. The Puddles podcast is starting real soon. It's starting next Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe when it comes out. This isn't going to be on the camera, Andrew. You don't need to mock to the camera. To the camera. He's pointing and doing his thumb thing.
Puddles, baby.
He keeps pitching me all of these, like, maybe for the podcast, for, like, the intro vid.
You know what? This was private.
Maybe I can do, like, a thing where people dump water on me because it's puddles. And a nice car drove by yesterday, and he was like, that's what I need. Oh, I need to get a nice car, and then I get out of it, and there's just water in the car, and then it spills out on the street. I'm like, so you're going to rent a car that you can't afford, a really nice car, and you're going to fill it with water so that you can put a little video on your Instagram where you open the door and a bunch of water falls out, and then you're like, Puddles podcast is coming? I go, just get into a goddamn pool and just walk out of a pool or jump in a pool. If you want water, just find a pool.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard enough, Andrew, finding a friend who lives in a place with a pool.
He's got to find one of those 1980s limousines with the hot tub in the back.
Oh,
that Van Halen was in with all those babes in Daytona Beach.
Yeah, that was so cool. But Andrew's giving just... I got to say, talking to you about this podcast has been... just Instagram in general, I've noticed that you need to start meditating. And I know I'm projecting, but you need to meditate because you freak out about Instagram. The other day, he posted a video of us dancing poolside. And it got taken down because there was a song playing in the background that the pool DJ at the Link Hotel, the coolest pool party in Las Vegas. I mean, Pete, I know you work a lot in Vegas. You got to stop by the Link with a Q.
I would love to stop by the Link with a Q. There was actually
you will feel like a supermodel.
Well, the cab doesn't stop. You got to drop and roll.
Yeah,
they're
it's
not
a bad
stopping
neighborhood
there.
of Vegas.
Yeah. You got to dodge bullets just to get to the hot tub.
Right.
By the way, great idea for the podcast.
What?
Hot tub, us three, talking.
Us three? Why? Don't bring me into this.
No, we're all
the
hanging
podcast
out.
is you.
A puddle boy could dream.
Okay, he can.
Is it a small hot tub or is it a bigger hot tub?
It's very small. We're all in each other's laps.
Okay, it's a bathtub.
Okay, I'm bullying both of you today. Bigger hot tub.
You know what I like?
Pete's
that
is
you
on
do?
full fire today. Is it a bigger hot tub? I'm Pete Lee, and I love Gerber Baby Burger Foods. I mean, say burger, baby Gerber.
Burger Baby Gerber.
Oh my God.
It's so crispy and crunchy. You talk so crunchy.
I do. I never knew that I had a gur until.
Oh, even when you say gur, that's why we gave it that name in high school. Me and my friends noticed that people would sometimes talk like this, like is very crunchy and gerbery, and so we called it a gur. And when you say gur, it just emphasizes, yeah, that's a perfect name for it.
Yeah, you texted me one time and you were like, Anya and I are together. Will you make a voice memo that says, I think it was like Burger Baby Gerber food?
Yeah, but it was every word that had that in it. We sat there and thought of every single word that could possibly have that. We've done it on the show before, and people have sent in things for you to say. It's been hilarious.
People can do that today if they want.
It's on full force today. Your gur.
My gur. Maybe it's like a 7 a.m. gur. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a sleepy gur.
I'm sleepy.
Oh, sleepy.
My sleep apnea machine wasn't in full effect, so I have more of a gur.
If you have a gur, maybe that's an underlying sign that you have sleep apnea.
Oh my God, maybe.
We don't know if any of this stuff is connected. Put it on the board.
Put it on the board. They're at the sleep apnea center. They're like, we haven't even thought of the gur yet.
And you love Jackpot.
Oh, I love Jackpot.
Yeah, you really got into Jackpot right at the ground level.
I landed in Vegas on Monday, and to myself, I was walking up the jetway, and there were people in front of me and behind me, and I go, Jackpot.
Thank you, Pete Lee.
And they kind of looked around like, what do you have?
They looked at you like, what?
Like, oh, he has Asperger's. You know, like they looked at me like weirdo, and then they're like, no, we can't think he's weird.
Right.
Because he's clearly.
Jackpot is his word today.
Jackpot.
Yeah, it does sound like a word that someone that has like some kind of tick would say. And you know what? We probably all have some kind of tick.
A
jackpot. You have the jackpot spectrum disorder, where you punctuate every exclamation with jackpot commanded unit.
My version of it's going to be jackpot. Jaggerpot.
Okay.
Mick Jaggerpot.
Okay, Wheezy. You're legit so funny. I give Andrew a lot of shit, and I want to just say that Andrew has some of the greatest lines of all time sometimes that are not... I mean, you see it on my Instagram. I got to say this about Andrew.
Yeah.
I bully him all the time, and I'm really mean, and I can
Compliment alert? Compliment
alert?
alert?
Totally. Sincere, complimentary.
Gerber.
No, Andrew is so, I didn't even know how funny Andrew was when I first asked him to be on the show. Andrew is so funny, and this is not, if you take Instagram footage and you post it on your story, you know that most of the time you shoot it, you have to erase it because nothing funny happened.
Yeah.
You know, you put someone on the mark, and you just start shooting, and they disappoint you, and you erase it, and it's kind of awkward, and you go like, oh, and you pretend like it accidentally erased, and so you don't have to post it because it wasn't as funny as you wanted it to be. If you do comedy on Instagram, that's a common thing that happens. Andrew, I would say if you were a major leaguer, your batting average, what would it be? I mean, what's a great batting average?
400 is top of the...
Yeah.
That's the top?
Yeah, you would win the batting title if you were batting
He
400.
is. He's Ken Griffey.
Yep.
Thank you. Junior.
Senior.
He's Ken Lispy.
He's Ken... He really is. You put a video on him.
Don't you dare apologize,
And I feel
Gerber.
like he knows how to time it perfectly for 15 seconds because that's the Instagram story limit. And he always gets in a funny thing right before it. Like yesterday, I realized he was chewing chewing on a cup, and I just decided to do an Instagram story. Had no agenda for it. I kind of just was like, Andrew and I are walking down the street. I zoom in on him. I think he's chewing a big wad of gum. It is a paper cup that I gave him because I met him at my hotel. He came to my hotel to like help me write this thing. Instead, he just did an Instagram live, and then he came over and helped me. But I brought him a cup of
I love
pretzels.
a compliment. It almost was a compliment.
No. You did help me a lot. You did.
This is still part of the compliment, right? Though.
No, I'm done. He's hilarious.
You're...
You said something the other day. What was the thing you said that I was like, you need to fit that in? It was, we were talking about him kissing a picture of Halsey on his phone.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
Did you hear about that?
I saw that on the.
Yeah.
I saw you kissing.
So he told me, we talked about it on the show before, but Andrew is an adult man who admitted to me, which I thought was a joke, that he kisses his phone sometimes. And one time recently, he was in bed and he saw a picture of Halsey that just looked very kissable. He loves her, and he zoomed in on it and he kissed the phone intimately, like in a real way. It wasn't a joke by himself.
It was passionate, yeah.
And it was passionate, and it wasn't even passionate. It was just like gentle, I bet, and like loving.
On my side.
Yes. Well,
She was a little bit more into it. If anyone was aggressive, it was her.
I just don't understand doing that. I don't understand doing it.
I don't understand, but what if the secret's real and next week Puddle Boy is like, guess
I
who's here, Halsey?
realized what is going on here.
That's not a bad idea.
He sent me a picture of Halsey yesterday. He goes, someone's getting kissed, because there was a new picture up that she posted. And I go, Andrew, she looks like you with the woman filter. That is why you like her.
Oh.
And we are all attracted to people who look like us. We really are.
She perks them up. She perks the lips. She knows what she's doing. She wants.
Yeah, she has her lips done 100%.
They're nice.
100% they are have injections.
I want to meet her on the east side.
Yeah, okay, so Andrew was telling me that he was... So I constantly reference him kissing the phone thing because it just fascinates me. I understand the motive behind it. I understand the impulse to do it when you're a child. You kiss a poster as a little girl. You make out with your pillow. You do different things like that. As an adult, I just don't see... The phone doesn't feel like lips, so it just doesn't make sense to me why you would do that. But he did it.
It's definitely kind of crazy behavior. I mean, do you have the waterproof iPhone? Like, is it a wet kiss?
No screen. Nothing. Straight up.
I don't know how your phone has not, like, suffered so much damage.
It's cracked a little bit, but it only cracked in the heat of passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go caseless. Because I want to get closer to her lips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
like, if
I don't have any I have a case, and I can get right up on my screen. There's no screen protector.
Oh, all right.
Do you ever go to kiss Halsey on your phone and be like, oh, this is rude, I'm chewing on a cup?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Most of the time.
So
every time.
The other day, though, we were talking about it, and I go, was your girlfriend in bed with you when you did this? And he goes, yeah, she was with us. Talking about him and Halsey. It made me laugh so. He goes, yeah, she was in bed with us. It killed me the way he said that. And I was like, you got to fit that into a bit. It was so funny.
That's great.
So anyway, he was chewing on a paper cup yesterday. It was hilarious. Go check out my Instagram story for that. Can I just tell you guys, I am not someone who can see ghosts. Ghosts have never materialized in front of me. I've never been able to. I think there are certain people. I don't believe in ghosts because it's not that I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in supernatural, like weird things happening, but I don't believe in like it's a spirit of a god. I don't know what I believe. Whatever. As a kid, I believed in ghosts and aliens, and I've had to kind of just not believe in those things because if I did believe in them, I would be scared all of the time, which I was as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point I made a choice that they're not real. God isn't real. Nothing's real. So you don't have anything to fear that is not in your control. Okay? That being said, Pete Lee, you can see spirits. We have 5 minutes to get through the story, but I want to quickly.
I see them all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
You see them, hear them.
I see them and hear them. So, and Jamie is also like a magic person. So we were in Norfolk, Nebraska, at the Great American Comedy Festival.
You're saying that a little wrong.
Well, it's
Norfolk.
It's pronounced Norfolk because that's how they pronounce it.
Oh, Norfolk.
It's messed up.
Okay.
It's all I don't know. It's too long of a story.
I just like Norfolk University is Norfolk, you.
Yeah, when they went to register the town, they wanted it to be Norfolk, and then they spelled it wrong. And so the people in the town...
Well, then
they deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, you can't spell your town wrong. Okay.
But anyway, so I wake up from a dead sleep because there is a spirit in the room that is literally saying out loud, Tawiga-diga-dow. Tawiga-diga-dow.
Wait, do you see this guy?
I woke up, I take off my CPAP mask, I'm sitting up in bed, and I can literally see a man in the room, like a translucent, like grayscape man.
What?
Yeah, going Towiga Diga Dow, Peter.
What does he look like?
He said your name?
Is he wearing like a? I always just say about ghosts, it sucks. Whatever you die in, you have to wear forever.
He literally.
There's always like a Confederate soldier, like in this like constricting outfit, or there's like a woman in her wedding dress, and you're like, God, you got to wear a bustier the rest of eternity, and that's the appeal of dying in your sleep is you can wear PJs forever.
You can wear PJs, or you're naked. You're naked.
I'm gonna die Winnie Poohing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a T-shirt with nothing on.
Dude.
You're gonna be meat spinning,
just
chewing on paper in the afterlife. But it looked like a man that was dressed business casual, almost like my dad, and like it looked like a cross between my dad and Johnny Carson, but like just a different guy.
Okay.
And then Jamie.
Did your dad leave this planet as a child?
No.
When you were a child, did he leave?
Did he leave when I was the planet when I was 3?
Yeah,
no.
like is he is this could be your dad?
Did he go out and get
he's still
cigarettes
alive.
in Mars?
Yeah, in Mars. but then I wasn't saying anything, and then and like finally the thing just vanished, and then Jamie wakes up and she's like, babe, what were you just saying? She's like, you were saying the weirdest thing, and I was like, I wasn't saying that. I go, I literally just saw a ghost. And then I got up to go pee, and then in the bathroom it appeared again. So I am fully conscious, and this isn't something that like my.
Why wouldn't we be talking about this all the time?
Yeah.
I see ghosts I've always seen them. Like I've just always seen them.
You have the apnea mask on?
Yeah. Well, for a long time I thought that it was because I had sleep apnea. They say
Did
that
they talk to you?
Yeah, they talk to me. Yeah, like.
And can you converse with them? Can you be like, hey, what is Towiga Diga Dow?
That's what I wanted to know. So I started Googling. I called my dad afterwards. I go, Dad, have you ever? Because my dad is like a umpteenth degree Mason, and that's thought to be the like the people that run everything.
Yeah.
I was like, Dad, what does Towiga Diga Dow mean? And I go, and Jamie thought that she's like, dude, don't call your dad and ask him this stuff. I called him immediately. I'm like, Dad, what is Towiga? He goes, I don't know, but he goes, I see ghosts too, and they say weird stuff to me. And like my dad, I had my dad on speaker, and Jamie was like, "I can't believe how cool your dad was about all of that." And
so you don't know what Towiga Diga Dow means?
Did you Google it?
No, I did. I
but how do you even spell Towiga Diga Dow?
Towiga Diga Dow. I could show you on my phone.
If a listener knows what Towiga Diga Dow means, and where were you in Norfolk,
Nebraska?
Nebraska.
And that also, it was at Divots Resort, which I wouldn't put it past them that it's like an American Indian word, and they fucking built this Divots Resort on an Indian.
So do you get scared when this happens?
No. Well, there are times I was at a resort in Vermont skiing, and a black mass came over me. This is when I was with my ex-wife, and she woke up and saw it too, and she's like, "What in the hell is this?"
Came over you.
Okay, it was we were in bed, and it was over us, and it felt scary. Like it was the worst thing that I've ever felt.
Oh no.
And I was like, just touch me. I was like, touch me, because if we touch each other, we're more powerful than it. And she touched me, and it went away. And it was so freaky. And she was like, I had always told her that I had saw stuff like that, and that was the first time that she saw it.
So when people are with you, they get your superpowers.
Yeah. Well, if you.
What does it mean? Have you researched this? Like, why can you see this stuff?
I've researched it. I've talked to psychics before. A lot of psychics, when you see a ghost, they say, hey, look up, and they will leave. And so
that's good. Like
if
almost like looking at a light and you can sneeze.
Yeah, if it's ever a weird feeling, they'll go if they ever have bad energy. If they have good energy, I'm like, please stay. Like, you're another good spirit that's
Sometimes
around
I get so lonely in hotel rooms. I remember being on the road and going like, I wish this place were haunted because I want a friend.
You want a friend?
Yeah, I felt that before.
Yeah.
That is so. Yesterday, 2 nights ago, I checked in this hotel. I'm not gonna say where, on the Sunset Strip. And I'm laying in bed. I'm like about to fall asleep, which I think is when a lot of ghost stuff happens, which I think are not really ghosts. It's just our minds playing tricks on us. But I heard the curtains that I had just closed start blowing back and forth, and the room is not. There's nothing there, but there's rattling going on. I go, hello? I go, what is over there? And I get up. I'm getting chills right now thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I walk over and there's nothing. But it's just like out of nowhere, this really rustling. Like, it wasn't like just an air conditioner turned on and it was like fluttering. It was like a man-made rustle. And it was in the corner where there is no door. There is no
air conditioner.
And I thought and I go, there must be a man lurking in my hotel. Nothing was there. I go back to bed and I'm like, maybe it was an air conditioner. Like, and I was so tired that I was like, I don't want to deal with the idea that there's a ghost here. So then yesterday I go up to my hotel room, and it was when I left you in the lobby because I was changing for the gym.
The drawer opened too.
And I opened the drawer halfway, and then all of a sudden the drawer slammed really open really hard.
Whoa.
Like, it might have been tilted, and I'm going to test it today to see if it happens again. But it might have just, but it was, I don't have things happen like this to me where I go, was that a ghost or is that just physics, right? You know, like, I don't have those things happen. So this caught me and I go, physics. But I didn't even remember the curtain thing from the night before until I'm laying in bed last night. Oh my God. I'm like getting, this doesn't happen to me.
Let it out. It's real. I mean, it's a real experience.
I'm drifting off to sleep. It is 1 a.m. and I'm trying to get to sleep since 10. Like, I just can't sleep. I'm finally drifting and I hear the rustle. This time it is very, very loud. And I have shut the curtain and it is like someone is over there bouncing around. And I go, hello? And I sit up and I go, please stop. Please stop. And I walk over there and it's still moving. And there's nothing there. And I was like, this fucking room is haunted. There's just no way that these three, I can't even cite one other time in my life where I've thought, is that a ghost? Ever. And I feel like I just don't see that shit. And this has happened 3 times in 2 days. And so I went back to bed and I Googled my hotel room and murder. And there was nothing, or my like hotel and murder. No murders have happened there. Thank God. I was like, if they do, I have to change hotels tonight and I'm not going to sleep tonight. Like, I can't deal with this.
That's
so there was
probably
no murder.
An overdose.
And then I said suicide because sometimes suicide and murders are different. No suicides. And then I said haunted. And there were all these stories, but it was the same hotel, but in San Diego that's haunted. So I was like, good. So there's no evidence that this room is haunted. I'm going to go down to the lobby today and be like, guys, is there stories about this room? I need to change rooms because I can't deal with this again tomorrow night. They're not a violent ghost. No one's ever died by a ghost, I don't think.
No, I don't know that. I don't know that that's a thing. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like your ghost is trying to get out of your room. Like, literally, the next time, literally say, look up. Like, look up, and because it wants out of there.
You say look up?
You say, hey, look up.
Oh,
yeah.
I just feel like why. And yesterday when the drawer happened, I was alone, and I go, if you're real, and I've never talked to a ghost before. I'm not even joking you. This is how real this felt to me. I go, if you're real, do something else right now. Do something else right now if you're a ghost. And I waited, and nothing happened. So I was like talking to this thing multiple times. Part of me wants to stay in the room to see if it happens again tonight.
I mean, it's going to happen again.
What?
It's going to I would just move rooms. I honestly would just move rooms.
I want more evidence, though. We
got to
go to
film
break.
it.
This is
film
so
it.
real, though.
Film it.
No, there's no... just like leave a camera on.
Get a camera going.
Oh! I
do
can't
this.
believe that I can see ghosts now. I don't like this part of me. I don't know what happened to me where I can now see them.
Of course you can see ghosts. You're a magic person. You're a creative person.
I'm not.
And people, literally all the energy of people go into a room just to listen to you talk. Of course you can see ghosts.
I don't believe that. We were talking ghost stories before. Pete, you have
Pete has
quite a
another
story?
absurd story.
Yeah, I've had a lot of weird things happen in Nebraska. I have no idea why, but the first time
Nebraska, Janet. Oh, Nebraska's a good one to add to the Eminem impression.
So I know the psychic in Nebraska named Lori, and
Lori.
and the first Lori. The first time that I ever met with her, she and like you couldn't have known this because I didn't talk about this on stage yet, or I didn't talk about my grandmother on stage yet, and like nobody knew my grandma's name. She has a different last name than me. It wouldn't have been Googleable at this point. But we're sitting there, and I was like, I don't know if Chicky. Well, she goes, I was like, I don't know if I believe any of this, and she goes, well, your grandma Lady Ann is sitting at the table over there, and she says that she's always watching over you, and she's glad that she made you do stand up. And I was like, nobody could have known that.
What?
Yeah, nobody could have known that. And like ever since then, this psychic Lori, like when I was going through my divorce, I would just like wake up crying, and then Lori would call me and be like, "Why are you crying?" Like she's so good.
Who is this woman?
You can I don't know if I want to give out like her Instagram, but
well, I mean, she doesn't like advertise or want people using her.
I mean,
well, we'll look into it. But why have you not told me to? I mean, I don't believe in psychics. I think they're charlatans. But you know,
if she's running game on me, it is the best game that I've ever heard. Like one night, it was after the other girl and I broke up. I was in bed and this spirit like got in my legs and I couldn't move my legs. I woke up, I'm fully awake and I could not move my legs. And I get a call from Lori and she's like, I'm on it. And then
Wait, you just your phone just starts ringing. Pete, I don't believe you at this point, to be honest with you. I don't believe you. And you're my friend and you're not a liar from what I can tell, but I just don't believe that your phone just started ringing.
I just want to see if I can get like if I can pull up Lori and then see like the call log so that you can
So she just calls you. So you're sitting there, your legs can't move. Why aren't you calling 911, Pete Lee?
Because
your legs can't move. You're paralyzed and
well,
you're
you
sitting
could have
there.
paralysis, like
No,
sleep
no,
paralysis.
No, he's fully awake, he said. So he's fully awake in bed and his legs can't move. Why aren't you texting your girlfriend? Why aren't you texting your friend, hey, come get me, my legs can't move?
Imagine you wake up.
Okay.
You wake up, you're freaking out, you're in bed, you have that moment of like, all right, this is going to go away. And then you literally see your phone light up.
Okay.
And it's your friend Lori who saved his healer. And then you pick it up and she goes, I'm on it. And it literally goes away. And
why don't you turn to this woman for everything in your life? Why have I never heard of her before?
I've asked her for a lot of advice. And
what is she doing with her life? Is she killing it?
I mean, she's a pretty successful psychic in Omaha, but I don't know. Like, that's a good question.
Omaha,
I've thought about that.
In the middle of America.
I've definitely thought about that.
Googling comedians' past lives so I can call them out of the blue and say I've got it. I mean, literally, if I call anyone right now and go, I'm on it, someone is having some kind of anxiety. And then they're gonna be like, "Thank you, Nikki. Are you a psychic?" And I'm gonna go, "Yeah, your grandma says whatever you're doing, good job. It's exactly what she wanted for you in life, and I know what you do because I actually follow your career. So the fact that you are doing payroll for that sports authority." That is exactly what your grandma wanted you to do, and your grandma, who you called, Mima.
Yeah,
oh,
Mima.
Mimi.
Yeah,
okay,
Mimi.
well, I was very close, and there must be
how
something
did you know
to that. I just felt it. I got to make another call to a friend and make up a bunch of shit. Hold on. I have more questions. Sorry, I have to go, but I'm on it.
See, you guys were doing a bit, but that was very real to me.
I'm just telling you that there are things that psychics do, and I'm not saying Lori is this person.
Yeah.
I think that she maybe is just like getting it right, but there are things that psychics do where you go, how would they know that? And it's because just like us as comedians where they go, how did you think of that joke? How did you? And it's like, well, it's a fucking magic trick is what it is. You don't know that I have worked years and years and years at perfecting the art of making you laugh. And I know how to be funny. I know how to pause at the right moment. Mm-hmm. I know what words are funny. I know how to express my face in a way that makes it funnier. There are games that are being played as a comedian, and you know them, both of you know them.
Yep.
That are not just us being geniuses and being so funny.
But did she mention your legs?
It's magic.
Did she mention your legs?
Yeah, she mentioned my legs.
She mentioned
his
his legs.
She's like, I'll get the spirit out of your legs.
She
and
said
then
spirit out of your legs.
Okay, now there are more details emerging that didn't.
Yes.
No. That's not what happened. She said I'm on it, and that's the only detail you gave.
No, he said he did say
I know,
that
but
before.
I feel like this is being added on to validate it more.
I will say this, that I
think Lori's full of shit, and I'll challenge her. Give Lori my number and say, will she tap into my energy? And if she gives me an I'm on it call, I will believe her.
But you probably have to meet her in person first.
Oh, is that one of the rules of psychics?
I would think so.
Oh, I need to know the rules of psychics. What do they need to do?
She says that she can literally just call you and tap into it.
Okay,
wow.
I think she is full of shit.
All right.
And I don't think she's a bad person, I don't think she's trying to take anyone's money or anything, but I just think that these things are just coincidental. And I would love for her to have my number and give me an I'm on it call.
Has she ever called you ever before that to say I'm on it? Or like
she called me when I was crying. She knew when I was crying.
To be fair.
Yeah. I do. Well, when I was going through my divorce, I was crying a lot. But
I think I gave you some I'm on it when you were crying during
You're right.
your breakup.
I did cry to you.
That one breakup.
Yeah, I called you crying.
I laughed. I think.
Yeah.
I like this spirit. I like her. Hey, Pete, are you not crying? Yeah. Oh.
I'm on it. I'll make you cry.
Hi, Pete.
Well, when Pete called me, to announce his breakup, I remember laughing because I had told you.
You go call me when you two break up, and then it was like
The divorce or
no, this
No,
was
because
a
we were friends and we
relationship.
were just talking too much on the phone, and it wasn't even we were like talking about doing anything wrong, but we were just connecting on an emotional level that I was like, hey, this isn't appropriate. It doesn't feel good to me. I don't think you're I'm having a girlfriend energy with you of taking on a lot of emotional baggage that I don't think I want if you have a girlfriend. And I actually liked him, and I was like, I kind of did the good old book on him. I was just like, I can't be your friend if you have a girlfriend. I just don't want to I don't want to be your friend. I want more than that or whatever. I was like, I don't even know if I want more than that, but I don't want this. And so I go, peace out. Call me when you break up, so I'll hear from you in about 14 to 17 days, because that is how long this will last if you don't have my emotional tent pole that I've been providing. And as soon as I pulled it out, 10 days, 11 days later, something like that, he texted me, they broke up, and I just go, I laughed in the text.
Yeah,
I just felt good. I'm on it.
She was on it. She was on it.
I'm sorry I'm mean to your friend Lori. She's not listening.
No.
She probably is. She's always listening.
Maybe she's
called.
tapped in and
If
did she call you now,
Yeah.
Pete?
Fucking,
Lori, call me right now.
oh my God. Lori, call him.
Meanwhile, we're on the radio.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that this is very accessible.
This is probably the most.
People can be like, call him right now. That would actually be funny if she did. But I will say this, that like the stuff that's happened, I can't really explain it, but I am the perfect mark. You know, like just who I am. Like I make eye contact with somebody, and I'm like, we're engaged. You know, like I am so like I've lived in New York. I lived in New York for 12 years, and I still don't have street smarts. So like I am the perfect chump for this. I will admit that.
Yes, you told me before that I'm a magic person, and that kind of alerted my spidey sense of like this guy. Like, how are you not super religious? Is what I want to know.
Because I grew up with a mom who was an atheist. My dad is like super religious, but I would always sit in church and I would go, yeah, this isn't it. You know, like I believe I am spiritual, and I believe all God is the power and energy of love in the world. And like the Bible could literally be one sentence, like, hey, love everyone, period, end of Bible.
Okay.
And all religions are just tapping
no
into
thou or thus or thy or
no, none of that kind of
Okay.
Would you have to write end of Bible? Wouldn't they just know by the period?
What do you mean?
Maybe, I don't know. I was just trying to be dramatic, to be like, end of Bible. End of Bible.
Maybe an exclamation point.
Yeah.
And then a backwards exclamation point at the
emoji.
beginning, so for Spanish speaking.
I think religions are companies that tap into that force, and then they literally sell people on it, but it helps people.
So you think like loving everyone...
That love energy in the world is real, and religions are things that have branded that. They're almost like marketing companies. But religion is good because that helps people. It does help a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there's arguments that it's hurt a lot of people. But I think that
it helps people cope with the idea of dying. I think that is what human beings... Someone told me recently that consciousness is probably a mistake, and it's like a thing that occurred in humans from evolution that is kind of it shouldn't have happened, and it sucks that we have to know that we're gonna die, and it's one of the worst things that happened to us from evolution. Whereas like dogs don't know they're gonna die, they kind of just like live their life, you know, it's kind of blissful. But I think that religion helps. I see where it helps when people die. It just like helps to think like this isn't as sad as it is.
They went somewhere.
Or that I'm going to go somewhere. Yeah.
And I don't know definitely, but neither does anybody else.
No one knows. That's the thing. No one will ever know.
With a gun to your head, if you're like, you sure? And most people would be like, I don't really know.
Well, you're going to find out now.
Bang!
Yeah.
Jackpot. Jackpot Lori calls.
Jackpot Lori.
I think
that made me snap.
I think this is the
Jackpot,
biggest
I'm on
proof
it. Lori calls.
that psychics aren't real.
What?
What if Lori's just in the shower and the reason why she can't call is because she's wet?
Oh, that's a good point.
She's just been in an elevator this whole time.
Yeah. I've told my parents that and my family, if I ever die tragically, and you guys do want to be haunted, let me know.
I've had enough.
Pete.
She's already haunting you.
Yeah, I see a ghost every day.
Dude, that's so funny. I'll leave you alone, Pete. I'll be like saying some weird shit over your bed. if I ever die before you.
If you die before me, can you just be my writer? Like, will
Yeah,
you help me when I'm on stage and stuff?
No, I'll just like whisper jokes over you when you're sleeping in Nebraska, but only in Nebraska because Lori.
Because you
I'm
want to
on
compete with Lori.
How about this? I'll know it's you if after every joke you go waka waka.
That's not me. That's not my style.
Maybe
I'll go
you don't know where you're gonna
jackpot.
Jackpot. Okay.
Jackpot. Why do ghosts have to talk like that?
Yeah, I know. Why aren't they just like, hey, jackpot, bro?
I don't know.
Jackpot.
And why do they come out at night? Why are they
now.
not during the day? Why are they not like? It'd be so much more chill if it was like 12 o'clock. We're at lunch. You sit. You
Well,
look
yesterday
over.
that drawer opened. It was a daytime ghost.
Yeah.
Have you
used to
seen
have a-
ghosts during the day?
I feel
Yeah,
like
the Twiga Diga Da one was at like 2 p.m.
Whoa, wait,
Yeah.
you were like napping?
You're
Yeah, I was napping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to have a bit about seeing ghosts in my act where I talked about like if you can slam doors, why can't you vacuum floors? You know,
Yes.
like do
something
chores.
helpful, ghost.
Yeah.
Give me my neighbor's Wi-Fi. Like I don't know, something really productive
Yeah,
that
what
would
are
help
ghosts doing? They're just and why are you rustling in the curtains over there, ghost? You could do anything. You can walk through walls. You can do They always turn on
But they're
faucets.
stuck.
They slam
Apparently,
cabinets.
I think they're stuck. That's why.
Oh, they're stuck.
Yeah, they
They're
can't
stuck.
just leave.
Listen, I get it. I get
Yeah.
that. Feeling stuck. God, if I was stuck at that hotel the rest of my life, what a great life.
out. Pretty
Yeah, it
good
would be
hotel.
pretty
That's all I
nice.
want
Yeah,
to
it's a
do.
nice
Oh
hotel.
my God, I would love it. But what if you got like what if you died in like a shitty room? Like the one night that you're like, you know what? I'm gonna save some money. I'm gonna price line it, and you have to haunt a hotel, and you could have had a suite if you would have just splurged. That's why YOLO.
YOLO. You're
You
right.
gotta splurge because you don't know if you're gonna die, and you're gonna have to haunt that thing the rest of your life, and then you're haunting Coach
Mhm.
on Southwest,
Ugh.
which is all Coach.
That'd be YOLO. You only live once or forever.
Or for
YOLO.
all these people are what?
They all have the same. It's like
Oh,
a
that
picture
guy's
of a
hot.
boat, picture of a guy on a boat.
Wait a second, that guy's posing with some kind of trophy. Is he a sports person? Oh, he has, what kind of car is that?
It's like an old Ferrari.
It's just a picture of a Ferrari. He's not even standing in front of it. Why?
And then a kitty cat.
And then a cat, and then these
and
guys.
then he's on a mountain.
I hate this guy.
Raya-
George, you suck. Sajib. 72,000
Just say
followers.
yes. Don't even have to look at him.
Really? No, I want to see what Sajib is about. Come on.
He has a bracelet.
Okay,
Gold
a
bracelet.
picture of scenery. Oh no, he's a
DJ.
DJ. He's a DJ.
I mean, they all have the same picture. It's them on vacation. It's them on a boat.
It's
them-
DJs jumping off of yachts. I'm telling you. This guy,
No,
sorry.
sorry.
How did you get into this
I don't
app?
know, he
I
looks
mean,
way
that,
too much like me.
I know. Oh, this guy is a.
He's in front of like a Game of Thrones, but with guitars and stuff.
Ooh, he's hot. He should have led with that. Hot there.
Well, he had an Emmy. He's with
Oh, it's
Harrison
with Harrison
Ford.
Ford. Status.
Him alone in a
Suit.
tuxedo. He's handsome.
Ugh. Oh,
Oh,
he
he's
is
fun.
cute.
Yeah, he's good. He's my favorite so far.
Okay, well, let's just see his
He's a
Instagram.
photographer.
That was just his profile. Oh, he's a real estate agent.
Oh.
Artist, photographer,
He led
filmmaker,
with
and real estate agent. That's too many things. And all of his Instagram is just pictures of hot women that he's photographed.
Yeah,
okay.
no good.
I just can't
Yeah, no
with
good.
that. Sorry. But let's match with him anyway to see if he picked me. Nope, didn't even pick me. Fucking asshole. This guy, I'm just not attracted
He's
to
like
him
in
in any way.
Tuscany. They're always on a trip.
No, he's at a wedding.
They're always at a wedding. Paris, this guy's from?
No. Look at how many,
Look how many
rings
rings.
he has.
Oh, God.
Lord of the Rings.
Just
I
thinking
mean,
about
that
how
is-
bad he'd hurt your vagina with those rings.
Or
Or yeah, maybe nice.
hurt. Hurts so good.
No,
Uh-oh.
you like
Hello.
him. American flag, blue eyes, Midwestern,
This
Teddy,
guy- his name's Teddy.
mouth open.
Oh, he's doing like a sexy thing where he's like,
Oh my God. See, I can't compete with this kind of fucking guy. Look at this thing.
oh, he's a
my
tennis player.
God.
Hot. He reads books.
I mean, this guy's got
Courtside.
everything.
Terrible scar. I mean, this guy's so cute. I bet I won't match with him, but let's try. Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
God.
Teddy. God, I almost had you.
All these guys just look like they have trust fund.
Yeah, so do you.
I know, but I don't look like it.
This guy looks like he has a trust fund. Come on.
There he is again, in front of nature. Now he's dressed like a priest.
The guy's very, very short. Very short. Yeah, he has no pictures with any objects where you could.
No one's
kinda
taking
measure
a
him
normal
up.
photo on this fucking app. No one just
I would love to
just
have
go
seen-
like this.
Oh, this guy's so cute.
He looks like Neil.
Oh, it gets worse.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of gay kids in high school. It gets worse.
It gets
kids.
worse, kids.
Hey guys, you just watched a clip from my radio show, You Up with Nikki Glaser, that you can hear every morning on Comedy Central Radio, SiriusXM channel 95, 10 to 12 Eastern. And you can check out a clip here on YouTube every Tuesday.
Or check out my podcast.
No!